Every day thousands of tourists come here. But while some leave absolutely thrilled, others are convinced they wasted their money. So, is this hotel really worth it? Let's find out. Welcome to Tropitel Sahl Hasheesh. Tropitel Sahl Hasheesh is a resort where the beauty of the Red Sea meets the comfort of five-star service. The hotel is located in the picturesque bay of Sahl Hasheesh and opens directly onto its own coral reef, perfect for snorkeling. A well-maintained green area with several pools creates the feeling of an oasis in the middle of the desert. Spacious rooms with balconies allow you to enjoy the sunrise with panoramic sea views. In the restaurants, you'll find abundant buffets and a la carte dinners, while friendly bartenders will mix you signature cocktails. The animation team makes sure the stay is fun for both adults and children. Tropitel Sahl Hasheesh is rated 4.6 on Google, 8.6 on Booking.com, and 4.7 on TripAdvisor. However, even such a popular hotel has its drawbacks that can significantly influence your decision. Let's take a closer look at all the pros and cons so you can make the right choice. But before we begin, I'd like to ask you to subscribe to our channel and support this video with likes and comments. Thank you. The beach at Tropitel Sahl Hasheesh left me with mixed feelings. On the one hand, it's truly a beautiful and well-equipped place, with a wide shoreline and a magnificent coral reef right by the hotel. I had a great time snorkeling because the water here is crystal clear, the reef is alive, and the underwater world is mesmerizing. Snorkeling here is a real pleasure, especially if you're into marine life. But keep in mind that the beach is rocky, and without special shoes, it's easy to get hurt. The sea recedes significantly after noon, and to swim properly, you have to walk about 20 minutes there and back. It's nearly impossible to swim near the shore, it's too shallow. This is especially inconvenient for children and those who feel insecure in the water. What annoyed me the most was that guests would reserve sunbeds with towels and disappear for hours, making it hard to find a free spot. I wouldn't recommend the local diving club programs either, the prices were way too high. We paid €100 for something that cost only 17 online. Despite these drawbacks, the beach is a true paradise for snorkeling and nature lovers. The hotel's reef is undoubtedly a highlight that makes up for many inconveniences. Friends, if you've already stayed at Tropitel Sahl Hasheesh, write in the comments what you liked and what you didn't, I'd be glad to discuss it. I really like the underwater world at the hotel, but what about the grounds? I really like the grounds at Tropitel Sahl Hasheesh for their greenery and upkeep. Everything is neat, clean, and it's genuinely pleasant to walk around. It's clear the area is well maintained. The hotel itself is small but cozy and beautifully decorated. There are plenty of pools, they're clean and conveniently located, so it's always easy to find a place to relax. The location is also great, especially if you're looking for peace and quiet. The hotel is in the desert, far from the city noise, which is a big plus for me. However, it's quite far from Hurghada, and there are no nearby shops or entertainment options, so keep that in mind before your trip. The hotel has a shop, which is the only place to buy something on site, but the prices are very high. The same goes for the airport transfer, €50 per person is clearly overpriced. Unfortunately, the Wi-Fi at the hotel is terrible. It keeps disconnecting and even basic messengers barely work, so be sure to buy a SIM card with mobile internet at the airport. But in terms of cleanliness, Tropitel Sahl Hasheesh is top-notch. The bathrooms and surrounding areas are in perfect condition. I like the calm and relaxing atmosphere here. It's a great option if you're looking for a beautiful, secluded place with solid internal infrastructure. We explored the whole area. Now it's time for a good lunch. The food at Tropitel Sahl Hasheesh left me with mixed impressions. On the one hand, the variety of dishes is impressive. Beef, chicken, fish, turkey, seafood, everyone will find something to their taste. Seasonal fruits were offered daily: bananas, apples, strawberries, oranges. I really like the zoning in the restaurant and by the pools. There are separate areas for guests with children and adults only. This is convenient and well thought out. I especially want to highlight the bar, where the bartenders were friendly and the atmosphere was pleasant. The local draft beer turned out to be surprisingly tasty. However, the food quality didn't always meet 5-star expectations. Some dishes were poorly prepared, and the Mexican restaurant really disappointed me. On the other hand, the Turkish a la carte restaurant was a pleasant surprise. Cozy ambiance and genuinely delicious dishes. The food in the main restaurant is generally good, but the daytime snacks could be more varied. The cocktails, unfortunately, were weak. I would have liked more flavor. The wine included in the all-inclusive package was extremely sour and undrinkable, whether white, red or rosé. There's also an odd detail. Cotton candy and popcorn are free during the day but cost $2 in the evening, which seems strange. Despite that, I overall enjoyed the food, especially because of the variety. Just don't expect a culinary masterpiece and everything will seem quite decent. After a big lunch, I wanted to return to the room for a bit of rest. My room at Tropitel Sahl Hasheesh was truly spacious and comfortable. The room was clean, well laid out, with a very large and comfy bed. I especially liked the view from the window. It made mornings genuinely pleasant. The room had everything I needed, and overall it felt cozy. At the same time, the bathtub and shower looked noticeably outdated, and there were dark stains around the shower enclosure, which slightly spoiled the impression. The plumbing clearly needs renovation. Also worth mentioning, the hallways were very noisy at night, people talking loudly, playing music from their phones, or just walking around with no regard for silence. The soundproofing in the rooms is weak, and it was hard to get a good night's sleep. Other than that, the room was quite decent. If you ignore the noise and old shower, staying here was fairly comfortable. But as you know, even the coziest room is just part of the experience, because no comfort can make up for cold indifference. And that's where it gets really interesting. The staff at Tropitel Sahl Hasheesh left me with an overall positive impression. Most of the employees were kind, friendly, and always ready to help. The service was good, and I appreciated that the staff tried to create a comfortable atmosphere. I was especially pleased with the respectful attitude toward all guests. At the restaurant, reception, and pool area, everyone was polite and smiling. However, there were exceptions. A couple of times I encountered staff members who acted irritated and unwilling to help. But such cases were rare. Overall, the staff made me feel comfortable and at ease at the hotel. Polite staff are important, of course. But let's be honest, entertainment is one of the key aspects of a vacation. The entertainment at Tropitel Sahl Hasheesh pleasantly surprised me. Every day, there were fun activities, from sports games to evening shows, and there was no chance to get bored. The atmosphere was genuinely warm and welcoming, and the animation team was cheerful, charming, and very energetic. I especially enjoyed the evening shows. They were well organized, vibrant, and presented with great flair. In general, the entertainment programs at the hotel were of a high level, and everyone could find something they enjoyed. Shows, parties, and adult activities were well planned, but when it comes to family vacations with kids, that's a whole other story. The kids area at Tropitel Sahl Hasheesh turned out to be a true paradise for my child. There are pools and a small water park where children have a blast. Everything is set up safely, and you can watch them play without worry. The children's activities were well organized, fun, diverse, and with heart. My child genuinely loved it here, and that's one of the biggest advantages of the vacation for me. I could relax knowing my child was in good hands with the animators, having fun and being constantly supervised. I personally really like Tropitel Sahl Hasheesh, located in Hurghada. This hotel definitely knows how to impress, especially with its grounds, underwater world, and attention to kids. Yes, there were some downsides. Noisy nights in the hallways, outdated plumbing, mediocre wine, and overpriced extras. But the beautiful views, green and tidy grounds, friendly staff, great entertainment, and the breathtaking reef right by the hotel make up for a lot. If you're ready to tolerate some minor inconveniences for the sake of excellent snorkeling and a secluded atmosphere away from the city buzz, you'll definitely enjoy this place. I would recommend Tropitel Sahl Hasheesh to those coming to Egypt for the sea, nature, and tranquility. Not for nightlife or shopping. Friends, the final decision is always yours, and only you can decide whether it's worth traveling to this hotel. While you think it over, I suggest you also watch our other videos about hotels in Egypt. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like it and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss our new reviews. That's it from me for now. See you in the next hotel.